So, tell me why Bobbi Althoff just popped up out of nowhere with Drake, Mark Cuban, and funny Marco on speed dial like it was casual. Like, girl, where did you come from, and how did you book the Avengers on episode 1? Her podcast, The Really Good Podcast, and yes, that's actually what it's called, launched and instantly had A-list guests who usually avoid interviews like the plague. Naturally, the internet did what it does best and immediately started screaming, industry plant. Because let's be real, who else shows up out of thin air, barely a public presence, no prior podcasting history, and suddenly Drake is awkwardly lying on her hotel bed like it's story time? People were confused, suspicious, and slightly jealous. And honestly, same.
Hi guys, welcome to the Really Good Podcast with your host Bobbi Althoff. Today I'm here with, can you introduce yourself?
Drake.
But here's the plot twist. Before she was hosting pajama interviews with billionaires, Bobbi was actually deep in the momfluencer trenches. Yeah, she was out here on TikTok as a full-blown mommy blogger, cracking sarcastic jokes about diaper blowouts, sleep deprivation, and marriage struggles. And guess what? It worked. She managed to gather millions of followers just by being that brutally honest, deadpan funny mom who didn't sugarcoat anything. Like, if your baby threw up on you, Bobbi had a TikTok about it. If your husband was being useless during nap time, Bobbi already made a viral skit dragging him, respectfully, kinda. So, while to the podcast world she looked like a random new face, her fans had been there since the relatable mom content era. And that sarcasm? That dry, awkward, almost antisocial humor? It became her brand, and it followed her right into the podcast space.
You look like you don't know how to dance.
I don't.
You do know how to dance.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
What if I invite you to go out?
I
with me
wouldn't dance. I
So
would
be just
refuse.
sitting down and just watching me dance. We call it perreo. Perreo is
Not.
it's like grind, like you're grinding. Just like
I'm definitely not doing any of that. I don't dance.
you never when you dance you never have a guy grinding
No,
you.
oh my God, no.
Going like this and tra.
Okay, I can't even look at you. Are you done?
Tra.
With her sudden meteoric rise, and I mean skyrocket with no layovers kind of rise, people couldn't help but side-eye the whole thing. Especially since her entire deadpan comedic style. Yeah, that wasn't new. It was pretty much a copy-paste from her mommy blogger days. Same awkward pauses, same monotone sarcasm, just swapped the sippy cups for celebrity interviews. But what really made headlines? The moment she allegedly missed her daughter's birthday to interview Drake. Let that sink in. Missed. Daughter's birthday. To interview Champagne Papi. Now I'm not here to judge, okay, maybe just a little, but the internet went feral. Some people called her ambitious. Others said she sold her soul for clout. And a lot of moms were in the comments like, couldn't be me, sis. It was messy. It was viral. And it was exactly the kind of controversy that kept her name trending.
All right, ask me a couple more
Are you
things.
kicking me out?
I'm just saying,
I flew all the way here
you did. I really do appreciate
on my
that.
daughter's first birthday.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
You missed your daughter's first birthday for
To
this.
be here.
Dark. Regret that you'll never be able to undo.
Yeah.
Horrible parenting.
At first, everyone thought Bobbi's deadpan, sarcastic way of talking to her guests was just one big elaborate joke. Like, she'd say the most awkward, borderline unhinged things with a straight face, and we all just assumed it was her bit, dry humor, anti-interview style, quirky but make it viral. But nope. Turns out, she was serious. Like, that's just really how she is. And the other thing, and this one always made people do a double take, was how often she'd make these weird, out-of-pocket passes at her male guests. In the middle of interviews, she'd casually ask if they'd sleep with her. Or straight up be like, am I your type? And the way she said it? Still deadpan. No smile. No laugh. Just raw, unblinking awkwardness. Some of the guests didn't even know how to respond, like, are we flirting? Are we podcasting? Are we in a fever dream? The vibes were confusing at best. Cringe at worst. But one thing's for sure, it definitely kept people watching.
Would you date someone that looks like me? Because there's just a person,
What does that mean?
like, looks exactly like me. They have a twin.
Maybe.
If I had a twin,
Maybe.
would you date them?
If she was like cool and like, you know.
No, she's exactly like me.
If I
She's
like
just, like-
connected with her, you know.
She's exactly like me.
I don't know like how you are though.
Eventually, her husband officially filed for divorce, and here's where it gets extra suspicious. The divorce filing happened the same month the Drake interview dropped. Like, same exact time frame. Now look, maybe it's all just coincidence. But come on. The same month she drops an awkward, flirty interview with Drake, the one where he's literally lying on her hotel bed, her marriage hits the brakes. Yeah, people weren't buying this just timing excuse. And then, as if things weren't already shady enough, Bobbi deleted the Drake interview. Like, wiped it off the face of the internet right as it was going viral. People were finally catching on to her, the podcast was exploding, and she just pulled the plug on the biggest episode? But wait, it gets weirder. Shortly after deleting the interview, Bobbi suddenly started hating on Drake. Yep. She started throwing low-key shade, saying his concert was boring, acting like the whole thing was mid. Like, girl, not you turning on the man who basically gave you your first viral moment. It gave Bitter X energy. It gave I'm covering something up energy. And the internet? Ate it up. But even after the whole Drake situation, Bobbi kept the momentum going, or at least tried to. She continued inviting rappers onto her show like nothing happened. It was like she was trying to keep that same viral energy alive, more awkward interviews, more deadpan flirting, more am I your type moments. But the magic? It started to fade. Fast forward to now, and Bobbi's channel and TikTok are looking quiet. Like suspiciously inactive. Her uploads slowed way down, and when she does post, the views are nowhere near what they used to be. We're talking about someone who was pulling millions of views with every episode. Now, her last few podcasts barely crack a fraction of that. It's giving burnout, it's giving fall off, or maybe just the internet finally moved on. Her moment in the spotlight feels like it came and went faster than one of her awkward pauses, and people are starting to wonder, was it all just a viral fluke? A lucky streak that couldn't last?
Answered very defensively.
No, I'm really fly though, and it's like you don't get it.
Okay,
And I'm
I
trying to
was
help you to-
trying to understand. You don't have to be so mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. It's just you don't get it. So I'm very passionate about the people that don't get it because they need to get it because they dress like you and then they be lost.
Oh,
Then came December of last year, when Bobbi decided to break the internet just a little by posting a blurred out photo of her cozied up with a mystery man. The caption? Vague. The vibes? Romantic. And the internet? Immediately went full CSI mode. Within hours, viewers started speculating, zooming in, matching jawlines and shirt sleeves like it was a crime scene. And pretty quickly, the alleged boyfriend was identified as none other than NFL player Cedric Ogbuehi. Now, of course, this sparked a whole new wave of gossip. People wanted to know if Bobbi had officially moved on from the divorce drama and awkward podcast flirting, and more importantly, with who. But here's where it gets funny. Bobbi and Cedric both denied the rumors, not through some official statement or PR announcement, but in the comments of a random TikTok posted by a user talking about the situation. Like, imagine denying your relationship rumors in someone else's comment section. Iconic or chaotic? You decide. Still, people weren't totally convinced. The blurred photo, the timing, the silent since, it only fueled more curiosity. Imagine thinking you're soft launching your man, and he responds by ghosting you on the timeline. Brutal. And ever since then? She's been on TikTok crying.
There's really no tea. I have nothing negative to say about said person. Me and my ex-husband broke up in July of 2023, and I didn't talk to anybody else or anything for about a year after. And then I got lonely. Met a guy around Thanksgiving. And I think things moved really fast. I don't know. I thought it was fucking fate. Clearly it wasn't. It was really sweet, really fucking thoughtful. And he just was very thoughtful. And I think that it raised the bar for me, which sometimes sucks because then it's like, fuck. I didn't want the bar to be raised at all. But nevertheless, it didn't work out. He broke up with me. Then he ended his breakup. Then I broke up with him. And then when I tried to undo my breakup, there was no undoing it. He was done. So dating is just hard, you guys. Like, I don't know, because I know people are going to be like, just focus on your kids and you don't need anybody. I get it. I know. I love my kids. I'm a really fucking good mom and I don't have to prove that to you guys. And their dad's a great dad and he does a great job with them. He's an incredible dad. I have zero complaints about us as co-parents. That said, I was 21 when we met. He was 30. I was really young. I was immature. And our kids are so much better off with us apart. So I'm going to go back to dating again because I don't think because my first relationship didn't work out and I have kids, that means that I need to be single for the rest of my life.
And just when you thought the saga was over. Fast forward to yesterday, Bobbi hops on Instagram and casually uploads a photo of her new man. Yep. Soft smile, New York Yankees cap, and tatted arms wrapped around her like they've been locked in for months. No name drop. No tag. Just vibes. It's giving, I'm unbothered. It's giving, you thought I was crying? Watch this. It's giving, rebrand season. The post wasn't just a subtle flex either, it came with a promo, new season of my podcast coming May 15th. Because of course Bobbi's gonna turn heartbreak into content. That's the Althoff way. And naturally, the internet ate it up. Everyone's in the comments trying to figure out who this new man is again, because at this point, Bobbi stays with a mystery man rollout like it's part of her marketing strategy. So yeah, from mommy TikToker to podcast queen to public heartbreak to mystery man comeback, Bobbi Althoff might just be the most confusing pipeline we've ever witnessed. Is it all marketing? Is it real life? Or is it just Bobbi being Bobbi? Either way, May 15th is about to be very interesting.